We're live on Facebook.
Live on Facebook. Yay! Hi
Can
everyone.
You see the
Hello world. We're here. Okay, so if I kick it off, my name is Miranda Horlor. I am an independent consultant for Arbonne International, and tonight I've got the honour of interviewing Laura Leggett, the beauty that is Laura Leggett, and we're going to be talking about Laura's success story this evening. So Laura is part of the Arbonne business. She is an executive regional vice president, and she's going to be talking us through tonight her journey through the business, and so I've got some questions for her. So we'll take a few minutes tonight just to go through that. So the first question I wanted to ask you, Laura, was how long have you had your business and why did you start it in the first place?
Okay. Welcome, Facebook world, and whoever's going to be listening and watching this recording back. So I'll be sharing a little bit about my journey. So how long have I been doing Arbonne? I've been doing Arbonne now just over 4 years, and it was the best decision I've ever made. And the reason I made this decision to join Arbonne was because some of you might be able to relate to this. I was just stuck in a rut. I was sick of where my life was, and I just needed something to change and something needed to happen quick. A little bit about my story. I've got a beautiful little girl called Sophia, and when I started Arbonne, she was around she was 2 years old, and I worked part-time in a nursery, which was absolutely fine, really rewarding job looking after the kiddies, and it was a great job because Sophia could come to school, could come to work with me, and didn't have childcare, so it really fitted in our lifestyle at that point. And the years went by, and Sophia was due to go to school, and I was just like I said, I worked at this nursery, and it was at like a stately home called Stappleford Park, if anybody's ever been. And I saw all these like rich people all the time having a lavish lifestyles, and I have to really thank that place where I worked, because it really opened my eyes up to think that there was a better life, a better world out there. And I was just like, I'm looking after these little kids, and I'm like, I want a great life, and why am I just like, I just had enough of where I was, so I was looking for something more. Like I said, my little girl was worked there for a couple of years, and then my little girl was due to go to school. So I thought it'd be a prime opportunity for me to look for something more. Like I said, I've got this lovely, beautiful little baby, and I want to make sure that I give her the best life as possible. But I felt like I was held back at my current job. I felt like I was just, like I say, stuck in the rut, and I just wanted to give my little daughter the best life I possibly could. But working 16 hours a week, I was currently I was on benefits as well. I'm a single mom. I just felt like I was like, that was my life, and something had to change. Something did, because I just was like, wanted my little girl to have this incredible life, but I just felt held back, and I knew that working that job was not going to allow me to give this my beautiful little girl this extraordinary life. So let's say it had to be down to me, so something had to change. So like I say, Sophia was due to go to school, and I was like, well, what can I do? So first thing you do is think that you have to go and get an education to further your career. So that's what I thought I had to do. And I thought, right, okay. So I looked into going to university and back to college, thinking about, okay, what can I do? However, looking into university and stuff, it wasn't really a fit for me. I'm not saying it's not a fit for everyone, because people go into university, that's fine. But for me, in that situation, me being a single mom on benefits, I wanted to spend as much time as I could with my beautiful little girl. And I felt like I'd be losing precious time with her, and I just didn't want that. So university and studies wasn't really an option for me. However, as a little girl, I always knew deep down inside that I was going to have an amazing life. I didn't know how or when or whatever, but I knew deep down that I wasn't put on this planet to just settle. The point where I was in my life with Sophia and stuff at the nursery, it was just a bit of a I think it was a bit more of a realisation of what I actually truly wanted and desired out of my life. So it wasn't a mistake. I think that I had to go through that situation to realise, Laura, you're on this planet, what do you want to do with your life? So sometimes when people hit rock bottom, don't think it's a negative, because it's just showing you your greatest, like I say, your power, your desire of what you really truly want out of life. And I just felt, yeah, I was just at that point. And then I knew that was something great out there, and it found me. So when people say, "Oh, Arbonne find you," it really, really does. So like I said, I was working at the nursery, and I spotted one of the mums who I used to look after her little boy, Zoe Allen, Executive Regional Vice President Zoe Allen, and she was like really busy mum. She was really shy. She didn't really talk much. She used to just like throw Theo in, and then she just used to go. And I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden she started doing this thing. I didn't have a clue what she was doing, but I was watching her. So when everybody's watching, you guys, everyone is watching. And then I just started seeing her like lifestyle start to change. She wasn't working as much. She was traveling all over the world. She had a great social life. She had like a sparkle in her eye. She was just happy and having a great time, and she was traveling all over the world. And I was like, what is Zoe doing? Like, what is she up to? And I just asked her what she was doing, because I was not happy where I was. So I actually did ask Zoe. I was like, whatever you're doing, can you give me a job? Because she was having such a great time. And she was like, oh, I think you need to come round and talk to me. Because I'm not a boss as such. I was like, okay. So she lent me some products, and I did really suffer with bad acne as well at that point. So it was really nice. I felt really honoured that she gave me some products to try. So don't think you're burdening anyone when you're giving product drops off, because it is actually really a luxurious luxury that we do, and not many companies do that either. So make sure you always stick strong with product drop-offs, because they really are powerful, and always leave your business card in there as well, because they will text you. So let's say I text Zoe and this is what you're doing, and then that's how I got in. That's how I really started Arbonne, really 4 years ago.
Wow. Bet you can't believe it was 4 years ago now when you think back.
Yeah, well, looking back now, I was thinking, if I went to university or college, like, I would be in debt, I would miss quality time with Sophia, and would I be where I am right now with doing Arbonne? Like, probably not. I'd be probably working at the bottom of some company trying to work my way up.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. So thinking back to what your life was like 4 years ago, you touched upon it, and compared to how it is now, how different is it in terms of like the time that you get to spend with Sophia and your lifestyle, really?
Just generally, overall, I'm not as, like, for me, I was on benefits, and I don't know if anybody is on benefits who's going to be watching this call back, but when you're in this like benefit world, you feel like you're trapped, and they keep you in like a bracket, and they feel like if you earn more and try and want potential to do better for yourself, they take it off you. And I just felt like I couldn't progress. I was like, oh, I'm in this bracket now, and working 16 hours a week and being a single mom, that's it. But like I said, I didn't want that life anymore, and I knew that if I wanted to have this great life, I had to go through of coming off benefits, because if I wanted to earn £5,000, £6,000, £7,000 a month, of course I don't need to be on benefits anymore. So I had to go through that, and it was a transition, and it was scary. I'm not saying it wasn't, because I'm a single mom, and I don't have any family around me, and I just felt having a job, it was more security. And it took me a time, like I think I was nearly a regional vice president when I actually left my job. So I did work it alongside until I felt like, yeah, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, I do need to leave now. So it's given me more clarity of where we are as a mum, as a family, have better choices, time freedom with Sophia, being there for her. Yeah, it's like the best decision I've ever made. And like I say, for me, when I heard that business presentation, it was the compensation plan. It was what really gripped me, because I don't have much family around me. it was the willable business. And I was like, if I can leave a legacy or an asset to my girl when I'm not here, like we know how the world's going. I was just like, I need to make sure that Sophia is financially secure for her future. If anything was going to happen to me, I'm not saying it is, never wish on anything, but I just deep down I need to make sure that Sophia is okay and that we are going to have this incredible life. So it was just making sure that concrete clarity that Sophia life is going to be okay. I don't know if anyone can relate of having children, but for me, this business, it was just mainly purely to make sure that Sophia was okay, because I lost my parents at a really young age. I just feel that you don't know when your life is going to end. You just don't know. I'm not saying it is, but I just felt that I didn't want that to happen to me, to Sophia, if anything happened to me. So
yeah, I'm sure that's really relatable. I'm sure there's so many mums out there in that position, or single mums, or mums that don't want to go back to work and are looking for some alternative, and that, from what you said, you can definitely be your own boss, definitely fit into your life, and so that it can overtake your day job in the future. So what's your favourite thing about Arbonne then?
The favourite thing about Arbonne, oh, there's loads of things.
Yeah.
Loads of things. The main thing, really, like the lifestyle's amazing, the money, the car, the gifts, like that's amazing. And when you come into Arbonne, it's all about like the lifestyle. It really grabs your attention and it hooks you in. Putting that aside, there's a little bit of the compensation plan, personal growth and development, and people think, yeah, what's all that about? Doesn't really mean anything. But back then, when I first started Arbonne, I was lost, didn't really have much confidence, didn't have self-worth, didn't really have that desire. I always knew I was going to have a great life, but I didn't have that belief or confidence, conviction that I am worth having a great life. So how Arbonne's changed me as a person is made me like my vision and clarity of where my future is going is crystal clear, and I know where I'm going, and the person who I am, I'm more confident, I'm outgoing. Like I say, one of the main books I absolutely love is 5-second rule. Like, if you want to do something, just go and do it. Like, from Arbonne, what's taught me anything is, if you want something, go and do it. Don't settle for second best. Don't settle for, like, if you're in a situation where it's not the best situation where you're at, you can change it around. You can change it. And I'm living proof. I had nothing. I've had got no family, was on benefit, single mom, in a bit of stuck in a book with a job, and have savings in my account. And it's like 4 years on now, my life is flipped. But all because I had that desire that I needed to change something, and you do have to be brave, and when you start, you are scared, and it's like, is it going to work, or I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I didn't have no business experience at all, had nothing about products, so don't thinking that you're coming into a business like this and you need to know everything, because you really, really don't. As long as you've got a desire and you're coachable and willing to learn, then this business is, like I say, it's just being consistent. So overall, what Arbonne's teaching me as a whole is don't settle, and just be the best version of yourself. And like, for me now, it's helping so many other people in the same situation as me, to inspire them that their life is worth it. Like, you can have a great life, you just got to believe it, and we're all here to concrete that belief into people now. So I'm grateful for Arbonne, very grateful.
So, as you were saying, your best lesson that Arbonne's taught you is never give up. What else would you say to someone starting out on their Arbonne journey, or in the very sort of early stages of building their business?
Give it time. I think sometimes people come into these kind of business and think that they're going to be a millionaire in like a week or two. Like, it's a business, so sometimes when you come into a business like this, you don't really have your business head on. And sometimes we can go from you being a hobby to then being more of a business minded, but that's all skills that you learn along the way. So don't think, oh, I haven't got business mind, that's it, I'm screwed, because it's not the case. Because I had so many skills that I needed to learn when I started this business. I didn't even have a clue. Like, I was on the phone to Zoe like every half an hour, like, and you know that you've got a gold chip if you've got a consultant who you've joined into the business and they're ringing you up constantly, that they are going to be your next superstar, like 100% hands down. So for starting up, really, just make it a 5-year plan, like, and don't be disheartened. Like, you have highs, you have lows, but it can be a roller coaster, but it's worth it. And there's so many like audios and research books out there, personal development books that explains the business industry. I think once you get the industry of being an entrepreneur, you won't look back. You won't be employed, because it just totally shifts your mindset. So really, as a new consultant, like, listen to Business of the 21st Century, definitely, because it gets you into the right mindset. And making sure you just know the skills. The invite skill as well is very crucial, because I feel like people come into these businesses and they're like, right, I spoke to all my network, they're not interested. That means I can't be successful in Arbonne because I can't talk to anybody else because everybody said no. So they quit. But actually, the main skill really they need to know is how to just make conversation with someone and invite, because you'll never run out of people ever again. So just sometimes don't be too disheartened on the people who say no, and like it was just practice. If someone says no to me now, I'm just like, oh well, at least they know about Arbonne now, and I've shared. I don't take it to heart. I just think, well, at least someone knows, and I planted a seed, and they'll be watching me now. So don't feel like when someone says no, just they're going to be watching. They've heard about Arbonne now. So yeah.
I love that. I'm making so many notes. Everything you say, I'm like, oh, writing down all the books you're mentioning. It's brilliant. Okay, so nearly finished. It's gone so quickly. The last thing I was going to ask you, what your favourite Arbonne product is, Laura?
Arbonne product. You also, let me just go back to like books as well.
Oh yeah,
Book, the book what I really, really loved. I think it's with like, sometimes we can take a bit of time to do personal development. I am going to put my hands up. Like, I don't know if anybody knows my journey, but I went to started my business, got to district, was there for about a year, lost my district, got it back. And the reason why I lost my district, hands down, is because I wasn't doing any personal development. Wasn't doing any. I thought I didn't need it. And then I saw all these people doing personal development. I was like, actually, I think they might be onto something. I was like, maybe I need to pick up a book. As soon as I picked up a book, like, my whole business just changed. So definitely listen to The Secret, The Metaphysical Secret, on YouTube. You can listen to it. It's an hour. Very, very good. I listened to that about twice a day for a whole month, and my business completely transformed. Dare to Dream, Work to Win. That's an amazing book as well. That's, I've mentioned, Business of the 21st Century, to really get your mindset about the industry, and Chimps Paradox, because we've all got something, our doubts in our heads, and it's just being more aware of how your brain works, and when you're having those negative thoughts, to control it, to try and shift you onto a more positive path, rather than thinking, oh, I'm having a bad day in the morning. You're writing it a whole off. Like, you have got the strength, and you'll be more aware of how your brain's working, so you can shift it onto a positive mindset. And again, the 5-second rule is amazing, because if you've got an idea or gut feeling, an impulse of desire to talk to someone, you've got 5 seconds, and if you ain't doing it in 5 seconds, it's a goner. So I've done it before, and it's gone longer than 5 seconds, and I'm kicking myself like, Laura, you've got to go back. And I actually have got the balls to go back. And some people probably haven't got the balls to go back and think, oh, that's it. But the 5-second will just make you think, no, I said that I had that feeling that I did want to speak to that person. 5 seconds has gone, but I've still got to go out and speak to them. So yeah, definitely 5-second rule. Like, just if you've got an opportunity, just grab it. So another thing that Arbonne's made is more ballsy. And if I want some, I'll ask. And people always say, oh, you're a bit cheeky, Laura. I'm like, yeah, but if you don't ask, you don't get. And I think sometimes they're like, oh, only you would get away with that, Laura. But sometimes you just have to be a little bit like that to see what, and sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know as well. I think in life, they're like, you know everyone. Of course I do. Yeah, so that's another great book to listen to read as well. And like I say, the 5 Second Rule, she's actually going to be our conference speaker at GTC, so can't wait for her. I'll just be like in awe. I'll be like, she's gone. So yeah, moving on. So favourite product, definitely the protein shakes. Like, they will transform your life. So for me, the reason why I love protein shakes so much is actually, before I have mentioned that I really had bad skin, and I used to go to the doctors all the time. They used to pump me loads of pills, and I was like, still not working. And if only they said, what's your diet like? Ta-da! It was my diet the whole time. Sugar, wheat, dairy, that's what was triggering my bad skin off. So if I eat it, it's my own fault because I know what's coming. So it's just making sure you have that willpower. Not so protein shake, hands down, transform a life. And cellular renewal, the RE9 cellular renewal, those enzymes chomping it with dead skin. Oh my god, your skin feels amazing. Like, so if you haven't tried that product, get on it, love it. Yeah, so they're my favourite two. There's loads of products that I love, don't get me wrong, but I do definitely like those 2 products.
I think that's the hardest question, because it's so hard to pin down what your favourite is. Maybe I should have made it easy and said like favourite nutrition, favourite makeup, and favourite.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to say at all? I think we've covered all the questions that we had.
Yeah, to end it, really, so the lesson really for me and to inspire you is really don't settle for second best. Like, go for whatever you want, you desire, you can do it 100%, and we're all here to help you be successful. And let's say another thing is that Arbonne made me visually, like, I went to so many places last year around the world, and I sat in Arizona, and then a few weeks later I was in Vegas, and it just clicked with me, like, it's a massive world out there when I'm not even taking advantage of it. And it kind of clicked when I was sitting in a bar in Arizona in cowboy land. Like, I've never experienced anything like it in my life, and I'm like, oh my life, it's crazy. I was like, there's a whole world out there and people don't even realise. Like, go out, like, it's a massive place. So yeah, definitely Arbonne gives you the vision to travel. So like I say, just don't settle for second best. You can smash whatever you want. Don't think that you can't get it, because you totally can, and you're worth it.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much, and thanks for your time and sharing all of that with us. I've made so many notes. I'm going to add all those books to my Amazon wish list now when I leave from here. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and we'll leave it there. If you've got any questions at all, just either message Laura or myself and we'll help you out. And have a lovely evening. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.